Okay, in this lesson, let's talk about the material, the simple material of stager. Here, tap the material is here, and you can simply drag and drop any material to any object that you want. That's very simple. And here, in this part, you can change the properties of that material. Control Z. So we have a different parts, basic material and simple material of that. And of course, you have a lots of prepare material like substance 3D in the internet or in their website. Tons of materials that you want, and at this time you don't need to create your own material. But I explained the settings of that. If you come here in the project material, you can see the default material of any object. You cannot delete them because any object that has no material in the scene has a default gray like this material. It's blank. It's don't have any material there. It's a project material. If you drag and drop any material from the library, it appears there. So let's talk about default materials. For example, if you click this object, as you can see, I explained before, it selects whole object, and in that you have to open that. In it, you can select the body from the library. And I want to talk about the material, or you can see, the body. You can see in real-time renders some effects, but if you want to better see the effect of the material, you can turn on the final render, ray tracing render, you can see better effects of all material. Nice. Okay, again, select the body, it's the head, body, and the base. If you insert any object, you can see in the material. And here we have transform object and the material tab of any object. And as you can see, we have a default material that appear here that you cannot delete it because it's just only material here. In the material, we have a different tab here, transform and the material tab. I explain the transform tab later if I insert these. But very simple. If you want to insert a glass, simply click and drag glass here. And as you can see, in the material change, it's here in glass. And if you go to the material, you can change the settings of this glass. Nice. But I want to begin with default material to better understand whole object. For the transform. For example, you insert the material that has a texture like this. As you can see, it has a texture on it. Here, you can change the projection of this material. It's very important. If you have a UV on your object, it's better to convert it to UV. Or if you want to projection it locally like this, it's more straight. If you want, as you can see, we have a problem here. Or another planar UV. You can change it if you want. It's very simple if you want, or if you have UV on your object, you can simply it's locally project straightforward on your object, but it's the UV, it's projection according to the UV of your object. As you can see, we have our bending. If you want, you can change it. It's a repetition. You can repeat your object more. So if you give a higher number here with a click and drag this number or type any number that you want, as you can see, we have a smaller object here. Or the offset, changing the movement of your texture, and of course the rotation of that. You can go and rotate it. You cannot see better here, but it's rotating the material. Well, simple. And as you can see, this is a substance material. Look at The substance material has a different tab called substance, and it's not fixed. It's different in any material because the substance material are very customizable. You can customize any material and you can call it anything. For example, you can change the tile here. You can change it change the preset of that. Nice. You can see we have different preview here, but we have a different presets for our ceramic here. You can change the square of that number to different. These are very customizable material, substance material in the internet, and it's very different. You cannot see the common sitting here. You have to change them, experiment them to see what happened here. Unfortunately, it's very different. As you can see, we have a different tab here that you can change all of them here. For example, damage. Nice. You have to test them because we have thousand and thousand material in substance that everybody create them, and you can use them in here. Just click and drag it here, or here you can simple import material from from the library. You have to insert it from library, or you can download it and simply click and drag it in the scene, and it's come to project material here. Or you can add it in the library. Nice. But I want to talk about the common properties that has that exist in every material tab: transform and the material. You understand the transform, and here you can change the material. So you can delete the material and it's come to default. Again, select the body, and as you can see, we have a default material here. In a material, as you can see, we have a basic, interior, coat. If you open the material, we have different basic surface. Here you can simply change the color of your material. Very easy here. Or you can insert an image as a texture if you want. It's very simple. Image as a texture, you can select it. And for example, you can insert this image as a texture. If you want, you can insert a PNG file, but it's a JPEG file and cover all of the colors. Okay, you can insert from here, and you can change the repetition of that if you want, and here you can delete that if you can. Just see the material, not the texture about that. And here for roughness, as you can see, we have more rough or more shiny object here. You can change it. It's, of course, it's working with the metallic. You can see the metallic object. Opacity is for seeing through the object. As you can see the object behind that. It's opacity of that. Ambient occlusion, you turn it on because it's creating a small shadow in intersection the objects. It's nice ambient occlusion. You can add a map to that. In any of this software, in anywhere in this software, if you see this plus, you can add a map, black and white map. For example, for opacity, you can see it better, or for metallic. For example, we can add it at an object. Make sure that you're in an object. We have to use in black and white. For example, in a white area, we have that effect. In a black area, we don't have. In this case, we add a map, black and white map to the metallic. It means in a black area, we don't have any metallic, and in a white area, we have a metallic. So you can map your comment here. Any comment, any setting that has this plus, you can change its maps. And this is an specular lever. This is a specular effect on the objects. This is an basic. Close it to minimize that. And yeah, interior. It does not mean for interior rendering. It means anything that happened inside the material. Translucency, you can change it to the glass if you want, like this. If you change the translucency, you can change the absorption color. For example, a red absorption is absorbed red color on translucent, and the distance. You can change the index of refraction. It means you can change this material to the oil, water. This is an IOR. If you search the internet, what is the IOR? It changed the this any material, any translucent material like water, oil, all gems, diamond has a different index of refraction or its dispersion. You can see the dispersion of the light. For better seeing that, you have to going on a ray tracing, but they are very technical. We have a lots of prepared material, but I want to explain it to better understanding them. Okay. As you can see, you can with the absorption distance, it's actually the distance that color goes through the object. You can simulate the surface, the thickness of that object with the absorption distance. If you go the higher number, it completely go through the object, but it's going a little of that. Let's see, we have a basic color there, metallic, full. Yeah, it's better. It's crank the metallic to the 0. You can better see the distance here now. As you can see we have a hollow in the object. There is nothing in the object. You can see if you give a number, we have a more thickness of object. You can see that. And index of refraction, as you can see, you can change the index of refraction. We have more dense. It's changed the behavior of the material. And the most famous thing here in interior, this is inside interior. Oh, I forget to explain some more important thing in a basic material, normal map. So we come back to translucence and make it 0, make it white to nothing, and come to the basic surface. Come to the basic surface here. I want to explain normal. Normal. You can simply add normal to your objects, to your material. Select the file, the normal file or something like this. You can open them, and as you can see for better seeing the normal, it's better go to metallic. I need the full metallic to full. Yeah, this is a normal map. It's a fake 3D object. For example, you can assign a normal scale. You can change it. As you can see, it's a fake height map. It's not real. As you can see, if you rotate your object, you can see it's not real 3D. So you can change the scale of that like this. Oops. Okay, you can change your studio like this. Let's see what's happened here. No, I don't like that. Coming from here, a different studio. Like this, just click and it's more better. And click on a body, going matte, objects and body. The material, increase the number of the metallic and go to the normal and give to you that normal map that you want. These are normal map with this color. As you can see, these are fake 3D effect on your object. Here you can change with increase the number of the repetition like piece. Here you can see the rotation of that and offset it if you want. It's very nice. From the normal map, you can normal scale how dense this normal map is. This is a normal map, okay? So you can delete it from here. Another height map that you can use, this is exactly the height map. It's nice. So normal is a 3D object, make the 3D object, but fake object, not real. But the height map is really displays the polygon of the object. So with the height map, you have to, it's like a displacement map. For the height map, you have to add a black and white image. Don't forget. Don't forget to make it to the image to see the all image. For example, this. You can see better. It's increase the number of the. It's bring up the polygon at the white area and bring back the polygon at the black area. And strange. Why does it not happen anything and it does not work? No, I don't know why, but you have to come back to object and turn on displacement to see that. Here are real displacement, our height map. So it's very important here. If it does not work, you have to change these settings if you want. It changed the properties of that in somewhere. In some cases, it doesn't. I explained it in a simple plane. So you can. So don't forget. Go to the object and turn on displacement. Come back to the material and go to the height map. And as you can see, you cannot change it because it's a black and white image. Here you can change the scale of that. You can decrease the number of the scale, and as you can see that height map. The black area it's 0, in the white area we have that bump depend on your scale, and it's actually the height level is very important. If you make it on a 1, it just uses 0 and 1. It means the black area is a 0 and the white area is a 1 and nothing in between them. But if you make it a 0, the 0 is completely black and white is 1 and the gray is between them. And for example, if you make it a half of them, here, the middle of the 0 and 1, the gray is 0, the black is negative 0, and the white is positive 1. For better seeing that, you can see it here. For example, for something like that, this is you can give it to the object and create a step for you. The black area are 0 and the white area are 1. So you can simply bring a simple plane on here. Simple plane, scale it, and so you have to select it, go to the height map and add. Don't forget to select images and add, for example, this black and white. And as you can see, it does not work because you have to come back to the object and turn on displacement. And it does not work either. So you have to come here and change the settings, tessellation mode to a different mode. Now you can see our height map from, this is the slope. As you can see, this is the black area, and with the gray come to the white area, that is the 1. The height of this height is defined by this scale. As you can see, you can change it this scale. So this is 0, 1, You can set difference between the heights up there. So I hope you understand the height map. It's very easy, but in the most cases, one is nice. Okay. Come back to select this body. Don't forget, if you select a folder, you cannot see any material. Select an object that you assign a material to that. And for deleting the height map, you just delete the map that you assign to that. Another important thing is another setting is anisotropy. It's for simulating such a these effects that metal has, like this. Simple, but we have a lot of anisotropic effect there after. The emission is very simple. It's for making the object glowing. So we have a glowing material, different glowing material here. The sheen effects, it's simulating a simple effects like fuzz and microscopic fibers on your object. It's very simple. It gives a slightly roughness on the reflection. You can see better here. Yeah, you can see it. It's nice. I like this sheen effect. You can select the sheen color to better see. For example, red color. Now you can see it better. And the roughness of that. More rough or more reflective. Nice. Okay, I think the simple material is done. And then go to the interior. It means the interior of the object. You can change this translucency, how many absorbed objects, and like the water, like the glass, you can change. They are very difficult. We have to see them, but we have a lot of material out there. For example, a beer. As you can see, yeah, we have a different material and different IOR that creates this interesting material. We have a lot of material. Don't bother yourself to make them one by one. Just download substance material from internet and drag and drop it here. Another material is subsurface scattering. Subsurface scattering, you can create such a these effects or schemes. The SSS is just for creating such a these things. Difficult material, but here you can turn it on, and as you can see, simply create. You can create a candle, statue thing material like this. Scattering distance, you can, if you increase the number of distance, we have more dense of that material. It's a multiplier. You can add another color over that. Simple redshift actually add more red color to your object. Where's that? And the Rayleigh scattering is for adding more orange. It's allowing more orange color than other color channels. And for volume, if you don't have any idea about your material, your object thickness, you can add a volume to that. And I think you can see better it here. Yeah, I think it's make it better in a beer. Going here to the material to volume, and as you can see, it's added simple thickness to your object. So volume, thickness is very simple. More scale. We have more scale there. But in most cases, we have an object that it has thickness or full. Coat material is a material that you can, for example, I make it this, a coat material. It's a material that you can wear all over the object, the material. It's very simple. For example, we have this material. You want to add a different color, different method properties to that. just simply code opacity. Turn it on more. For better seeing that, we have a red color, as you can see. With the opacity of the code, we have a red color all over our material. With any things that you want to change, color, roughness of that, index of refraction, it means you can coat another different glass on your object. It's nice. Or coat specular level, or interesting, you can add a coat normal to that. You can, for example, add a normal map to your coat, and it's come all over the object like this. We have our material and we have another material on top of that. You can change the normal, you can change the normal scale. If you click on this, you can change the amount of that. Interesting. So we have two materials on top of each other with the code. And we have lots of material here that you can use it. That's it. Hello, my friends. To continue these tutorials on YouTube, subscribe us, like us, and hit the bell icon. And now you will be alerted about all of the amazing videos that we release.